Hi everyone. This will be my last video update for 6845 School Community Relations for Spring 2013. I just want to provide a good overview of the final submission process and just touch on a few things that are happening here as the semester winds down. First and foremost, most of you are plugging away through your final project and your revised community relations plan. So what you need to do by midnight on the due date that I've posted online is submit each piece of the project, starting from your current plan analysis through your data collection, activities, community resource mapping, community leader interviews, parent surveys, in addition to what will be the final part is your revised plan, which should contain a number of programs or changes you'd like to make to the existing school community relations plan. That'll be in narrative format, and that last part, is 5 to 7 pages. Be sure when you're selecting a piece to put into your revised plan that you've got a strong rationale. Part of what I'm assessing is your ability to make programmatic decisions based on available evidence. Evidence could be the readings that you've completed throughout the semester, could be some of the data fieldwork projects you've collected, could be just your analysis of the original plan, and you're very short on two-way symmetrical communication, for example, or very short on activities that benefited the students' families or something. So make sure not only are you giving me a detailed description of each revised or each piece of your revised plan, you're providing at least 2 sources of evidence why this is likely to be successful and why it's needed in your particular school context. You'll also submit a full budget for the revised plan. You'll use the LAF guidelines. I've got a template in the final submissions document, or towards the end, of course, documents, one of the last few folders there. There's an Excel sheet, so you can just copy that Excel sheet. You'll see 3 levels of expenses: instructional, support, and administrative, I think is the third one. And so if things are going towards student instruction, you'll put them in that category. If they're supporting in student instruction but not directly, put them in there. If they have nothing to do with student instruction, then you put them at the bottom. You may have all of your expenditures in one category. You may have them in 3 different ones. But add them up and count any expenses for part-time staff, for stipends, for supplies, for benefits if you have full-time folks you're hiring. If it's simply printer and paper costs for a newsletter you're sending home, or if it's a purchase price for Edline or a telecommunications service, make sure you put all that in. And budget, sky's the limit. You have no real max on what you can spend. Obviously you want to be realistic and not develop a plan that has no way of being accomplished, but if it's something that you could start now and roll out over the next 5 years as you put more and more money into it, that's absolutely fine. After that will come your grant piece. I've put in the final submissions folder a couple of sample grants, and they might take one of 2 forms. If you find a grant that is supporting something that's in your program and there's a form, like an online form, just print it out, paste it into a Word document, fill out the form, and give that to me as part of your submission. So sometimes people use a grant giver's form. If you see a grant but it just has submit a letter of intent, or it doesn't give you a lot of structure for what to submit, just provide me a link to the grant or print out the first website for directions to submitters, and then you can include your letter of intent. You'll see there's a second grant application on there that is really just a overview of the planned grant. It's really just a letter of intent. It's the author's format, not the grant maker's format. So either one of those are fine. The grant can be as large as small a piece as you want, but I do want to have people, A, going out and looking for opportunities, B, getting a little bit of a handle on some of the stuff you need to complete them, the grant applications. I'm not looking for big federal grant that tends to be very lengthy in preparations and have a lot of pieces, so it shouldn't be no more than a couple pages of information about your project. That should be enough. If you are looking for grants, go to grantwrangler.com. You can go to the Louisiana Association of Charter Schools. They have a good grants list there. or just Google grants for schools, and you'll get plenty of options. The trick is finding something that is likely to support something that is a piece of your program. If you have a local group that has given you sort of free rein with small grants in the past, a Kiwanis Club or a local business, you may use that. It doesn't have to be a new source of revenue for the school. This could be an additional grant for someone you've already got something from, but it needs to be something in the price range they've given in the past and for an activity that they are likely to support. So you'll put all of that into one Word document or PDF from your very first current plan analysis all the way through your grant application, revised plan. Put that into one single document, email it to me by the deadline, and that'll be what I'll be basing grades on those last few pieces on. Besides the project, I want to talk about field experience hours. Those of you who are in certification program need to submit live text hours through a live text portfolio. That it'll be in course documents in the end of course submissions folder. I'll post directions for live text. For those of you who don't have an account, you'll have to purchase it one time through at the beginning of the program, and it'll last you until you're completed. And it gives directions for how to set up your portfolio and how to log hours. For those of you who are in this course but are not in the certification program, if either you're a doctoral student and not looking for school leadership certification, or you're just taking this as an elective, there is an Excel file, also in end of course submissions, that you can use to submit all of the field work, everything you did out in the field to complete this course. That's primarily for us to document what work our students are doing in the field as part of our NK reauthorization process. I think that about wraps up the general announcements I have. This summer I'll be seeing some of you in EdAdmin 6800 online, so if you're interested in taking that, registration should be open for everybody at this point. And we will have a pre-course meeting probably on the first official day of the semester. So if in the meantime you have any questions, feel free to email me or call the office or my cell phone. Otherwise, I look forward to reading all of the great stuff that you guys are doing, and I hope sincerely that the projects you've come up with this semester are able to be implemented in your schools. I think you've gone through a pretty rigorous amount of data collection and analysis and reading, and most of you will have a product that is of highest quality that should you get it passed over a school leader's desk. It should get folks' attention. So good luck finishing up. It's been a great semester working with everybody, and I look to seeing you down the road. Bye-bye.